Obviously, I'm sure you're feeling pretty good out there. Just what's going through your guys' minds right now as you guys prepare for Thursday.
It's still training camp, so you kind of just in that mode of just like trying to push and grind and be better every day. But now we get a chance to go against somebody else, which is always cool. And whenever you get a chance for a dress rehearsal, getting used to making plays in game and making plays in practice, two different things. So just a cool opportunity to go out in Pittsburgh and showcase the work we put in.
As a vet, do you truly enjoy playing in the preseason? Do you have mixed feelings on it?
I like to go out there and get used to my routine. Obviously, I'm in a new place, so I'm kind of in a unique situation. I got to get my pregame and my routine down. I got to learn them just as much as they need to learn me. So I'm looking forward to that. But the preseason, just make a play and get out the game. That's kind of how I look at it now. So.
Do you have any idea how much you're expecting to play?
Not much, if at all. But again, just go out there, and I'm really just looking forward to getting into my pregame routine, and whatever they ask me to do, I'll do. So.
What was your impressions of family night? Did it live up to the expectation?
I exceeded it. It was weird because I'm like, is it a game? Is it practice? Like, we practicing, but man, once I ran out that tunnel, it felt like, I don't know, the energy just flipped the switch in my head. It was just kind of like, I just felt the energy from 60,000 plus. It was a different feeling. So definitely a really unique experience. Cool to be able to put that showcase on for the fans. Thankfully we was out there making some plays and stuff like that too. So that was really dope. Yeah, it was dope.
You guys have been running a lot of stuff with the offense. Do you expect that to continue in the preseason games, or are you guys going to go plain vanilla? And do you have any idea?
Well, everybody's lying to the whole league in the preseason, so obviously we're going to go out there. And then, the preseason is really not about scheming up. You want to play simple offense, simple defense because you want the talent to show. So I think that's what most coaches would say. So, obviously we're going to go out there, play our base stuff, just let the play style show up the motor, the violence, and taking the ball away.
Zaire, how was Canton? How did you enjoy that experience?
Man, Canton was it was different. At first I was really hesitant to go. Obviously, we're on our journey here. We're pushing for our achievements, but me and Vinny had a really profound impact on me. We only played together a couple years, but he was a special teams captain in Indy before I was. They kind of like passed it on to me after him, which was a big deal, at least for me. He kind of taught me a lot about just how to carry myself in the meeting room, how to ask questions that the room is thinking about that nobody wants to say. How to, kind of, not challenge the coach, but also, work with him to, help everybody be better. Obviously, he was a 25-year vet when I played with him, so that was extremely different, but. I had a chance to meet up with him and talk to him. He gave me some gems that I really needed at the time too. So I was glad that I was able to go.
What'd you think of his speech? It seemed like he kind of took the thing over.
Yeah, when you let kickers kind of get a free mic, it's no telling where that's going to go. So yeah, Vinny's no different. So, but I knew he was going to get his thing off. So yeah, good for Vinny for sure. It was his day, so you can't say nothing to him. So.
Sure. How much do you stock in you guys' performance daily? Like today against the number ones, the offense didn't do much at all against you guys. You put much into that?
I mean, just as much as you can. Obviously, there's days where we couldn't stop them. It was days where Jordan's throwing bombs to Bo, to Christian, to Jaden, to everybody catching the bomb, Golden. So it's like, you want to put as much energy into that as you put into days like today. Obviously, they're talented, we're talented. So I feel like when we able to execute and run the scheme the right way, we could play with anybody. So obviously, we iron sharpen iron. We sharpening them boys. They gonna play against people that ain't as good as us, and they're gonna run them out the building. So that's how that works.
In every team drill, it seems like you and Coop are like leading the way. And so you and him side by side, and we know how much you respect his game, and vice versa. Why is that important to you? Line up with him every single drill.
Yeah, we the engine of the whole team. Regardless of how it goes, we're right in the middle. We leading that from an energy and from a communication standpoint. It starts with me and Coop. So I felt, that's a challenge that, me and him have is try to be great every day. Every single day, try to be our best versions of ourselves. Does that mean we're going to be perfect? No. Does that mean every day going to be a good day? No. But, just do our best to, put our best foot forward, and that starts with our energy and our mentality. So I think we do a good job of playing off of each other, You know, it's times where he goes make a play and it turned me up. It's time I go make a play and turn him up. So that's what you want when you're playing next to somebody, you know, from the keep setting that tone. So.
Can you get a gauge during training camp as someone who's played for a while of what kind of team you have first couple weeks into camp?
Yeah, I mean, I think a little bit, but it's also like how much stock do you really want to put in this stuff, you know? Obviously, we continue to grow. I think the best thing you want to pay attention to is the team getting better. Are we working towards things? Are we still having the same conversations in the beginning that we having, you know, midway through? Obviously, we want to be playing our best ball at the end of August, not right now. If we were playing our best ball right now, I'd be a little worried because now I'm looking for ways to grow. Same way, week one, you know, you want to be able to grow. Like this league it's a marathon, you know. Nobody remembers who the best team in September is, but nobody cares. Every year it's a team that starts off 4-0, and we don't hear about them in December. So you want to be playing your best ball at the end of the season. So to me, it's the team that continues to get better, to continue to focus on the process, continues to grow. Those are the teams that end up playing in February. So.